Hello, class. Today I want to talk to you about Matthew 5:43 to 5:48. In this parable, Jesus refers to loving thy neighbor. Jesus takes a different spin on than the First Testament. Here in the literary text, Jesus refers to the Old Testament when the Lord spoke to Moses up in the hill, and he told him that they shall love every one of their kin. Kin during this era means your own kind. So in the Old Testament, they says that you should love thy neighbor, which Jesus referred to as you shall not hate in your heart anyone of your kin, which means their own kind. In the First Testament, we get to see how we should love thy neighbor, which is referring to our own kind, the ones that resemble us and the ones that are the same nationality, if you want to say. But in this verse, Jesus says to them, "But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who prosecute you." So Jesus here takes a different spin on it, and he's telling us that you should love those even who harm us. You should not just love those who resemble you. You should pray for your enemies. So he also uses further text to prove that we are no better than them if we just love thy neighbor. He uses the word that is known to tax collectors to refer in this case, tax collectors were seen as bad people. They were people who were seen as traitors because they traded their own nationality as they would charge the poor and to gain profit for the Roman Empire. So when Jesus uses the words tax collectors, that you are no better than tax collectors, this is really targeting the people because at that time tax collectors were seen as traitors. So this is huge meaning to if we put it in a historical world, because back then tax collectors were not seen as good people. Also, Jesus used the word Gentiles. Gentiles was also a word to describe people from other nationalities besides Jews. So when Jesus uses the word Gentiles and tax collectors, it is like an offense to the people. Therefore, it brings a deeper message to the Jews that they say that they are no better than tax collectors and Gentiles if they don't love thy neighbor, because they are basically the same thing. As tax collectors do the same thing, they only love their own people, and Gentiles love their own people. So he tells them that he should accept and love anyone that is different from them, even if they do harm to them. This can be brought up into our contemporary world because most of us are still like that till this day. We judge others because they are gay. We judge others because they think different than us. Especially those closed-minded people who do not accept the new different norms that are being brought up. Most of us are quick to push them in exile and not want to bring them into our world and accept them. This is a primary example also that we are no better than anyone. So for example, most of us frown upon the prison community because they've committed harm to others and we just don't want to accept them no more. So we punish them and we look at them bad. But Jesus tells us here that we are no better than them if we do the same thing. We should love them and pray for them as they have done harm to us, and there's no reason why we are better than them. This is an important literature text because it calls us out for most of us who call ourselves Christians and calls us a follower of God. We are not follower of God if we are not loving thy neighbor, even though they are different from us. Jesus refers to this too, that God himself does not make distinctions between those who are good and those who are evil. For example, in the passage 5:45, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven, for makes the sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends the rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. God does not discriminate those who make evil in this world, and he does not discriminate those who do good. Therefore, we shouldn't either. This applies in our contemporary world. Like I said, many of us tend to judge others when we are not perfect. God is sending us a message that we should love one another no matter what. And yes, amen.